Hello everyone, this is Commander Platypus, and welcome to episode 2 of Heroes of Steel, Nightmare Ironman, and we are playing with the Vraze, Kajartan, Fiona, and Celine team, or VKFS. Alright, and we're starting back in our first official town. Okay, so I have to go to the inn before I can actually trigger the next part in the story. Forgot about that. So I guess that's where every adventure starts, is at the inn. In this case, the Silverhawk Inn. Oskahold. I always want to call it Oskahold. Oak trees are a big thing where I'm from. There's actually a almost like a festival day called Day Under the Oaks, but it's Oskahold. Okay, so we've got the person who doesn't think it's their problem. We've got the holy warrior who thinks they have to solve all the problems. And we've got the wizard who's just curious. Okay. And our four unlikely heroes agree to join. Apparently Vraze is a liar. He thinks he's a bad man. Even though everyone here has dropped bodies on their way here. And it takes me back to the level up screen, but don't have a level up to spend. Okay. Let's go check out some houses. There's some lore bits here. Okay. Something about a silver cohort. Okay, those are the founders of this town. And that's a hint at kind of a side quest thing there, where we can find the tombs. I don't know if you'd call it a side quest or just you get bonus experience for interacting with them, but it doesn't appear. It'd be nice if the Trace Brothers added some type of hook back into it where you'd go back and tell the old woman that you'd found the locations of the Silver Cohort tombs, or maybe the headman here. I guess maybe they call the headman Rive? Rive? Rivi? If anyone knows how to pronounce that, let me know. Welcome, first viewer. Just getting through the beginning story stuff here. Very cliched hero's journey, D&D startup. Everything gets started at the inn after we escape the jail dungeon, and then the four strangers who become brothers forged in blood are now going to save a town they've never heard of or been to before. And of course the rogue or sneak select character doesn't think we're getting paid enough to help them. Okay. Standard fare. Four samurai? It's a Rive Four Samurai? I'm not sure I get the reference. Or oh, Four Samurai as in like the movie The Seven Samurai? Is that what you're getting at, Brenter? Yeah. It's really it's basically the plot of like every western ever. Seven Samurai is basically an Eastern western. Thinking about, I took a course in what's called specifically in Arthurian legend and story structure. A lot of study on a pattern found around the world in different cultures called the hero's journey. Could sort of say it's like every story's been told before. Alright, so we are going to head straight towards taking back the fort here, even though there's a lot of side things we can take out for kills and experience. We're going to claim the fort first, if we don't do too bad on this ambush. Because that is all that's required to get the shop upgraded to its max level. And ow. And ow. And repeated ow. Okay. About... A 1, a 2. How many whaps to the center of a ratkin? A 3. Okay, that was bad. Okay, next turn. Star Wars definitely follows hero's journey as well. Whew, Celine is not doing good. Have to remember to be... We're gonna end up backtracking just for the free deal. Alright, we gotta be on the lookout for dodge gear for Celine. And I've got Brenter here in the chat, just discussing story patterns. He mentions that he's a huge Star Wars nerd, in his own words there, so he's familiar with the hero's journey. I like Star Wars. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of it. Did read a lot of the expanded universe books when I was younger, but I read a lot of fiction, just any kind of science fiction. Though I got into harder science fiction, like Kim Stanley Robinson's The Red Mars series. So, So as I said, we are working our way just towards the center fort. That if you were able to read, well, I was quickly skipping over. And if you weren't, that's fine. It's one of the areas the town wants us to retake so they can get back on their feet and off of just huddling pure defensive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I suppose for biggest problem early on is usually archers for most teams, so we're gonna outrange them. Spada Ginsu, welcome. Nerds, where? Nerds here. Okay, so Spada Ginsu is a pre-Disney Star Wars guy. I agree with that, with one exception. I actually really liked Rogue One for the most part. The monk guy who kept repeating the Force thing was a bit too much for me, but everything else about Rogue One I really liked. Okay. So, debate here. I can use the her AoE skill for damage here. It's SP expensive. If I move up here, I'm not gonna get full movements because of difficult terrain, but I can kill 2 of the archers and then we'll just tank the ratkin. I gotta say, overall, I like Star Trek more than Star Wars. Any Firefly fans in chat? Okay, so you get a warning that there's going to be a shaman here, and he's going to be powerful, so... I guess you could say mini-boss fight. It's really not that bad. You just want to be really careful of... I'm going to zoom in here. These traps, if you hit those while you're in combat, they reduce your AP to 0. Okay, so we know this line for sure we don't want to get ahead of because of this archer. So, I walk and hit this side. Okay, so we want to go 1 back. Okay, yeah, Spade Against You and Brenter both agree Firefly being a good one.
It died too soon.
Okay, nice, got a crit. And we'll go ahead and march Tank Boy forward. Let's see here. I should have thought about that. There's a not thing. So difficult terrain eats 2 AP. Just have to take some hits here, but oh well. And of course this brought up about, we got the discussion going on in chat, how it sucks that Firefly was cancelled, or one of them put it shelved. That does, I definitely would have liked to see more where they were gonna go with it. Alright, now we're gonna continue to pull. There's a few fights in here. They don't all trigger at the same time. Okay, only thing that's running low is burst of speed, so that's fine. Only thing immediately visible is this guy. Who kills the show mid-season? Apparently Fox does. Yeah. And here, okay, there's a shaman. He's gonna have free shots at Braze. Don't like that. And Braze takes the hit for 0 from the shaman. Oh, and Celine is almost out of power here. Fix that with a potion. Whack it. These guys got a lot more health. No, next turn. Huh. Telling me this guy would be big and scary. He's not very scary. Just against Braze. So I know there's another fight over here, one here, and one here as well. So let's see how many Retkin we can piss off in a row. Alright, so we gotta kill him to unlock that chest. Nice. Got really good rolls on the auto block there. I only actually have 2 points in it. But on that round, it was stopping about... Oh. I'm gonna take this round to rebuff. Send her over here purposely to see if we can just pull the other fight too. Gonna be a little crazy here. She's gonna run away. You're all going, what? Trust me, there is method to this madness. I've got Brenter says he's talking about going spear and shield with Rays on his newest team in defiance of his long-handing two-spear tradition. Yeah, you can do that, of course, if you want. The reason why I went blades has to do with getting maximum parry, because I am going to be getting rid of my own parry, because I will be using Berserker's Rage. So I want to make sure the gear I equip will help counteract that. Yep, we're retaking the fort, and yes, those vermin, if they're boiling up out of the ground, they gotta be coming from somewhere. Very smart. The nice thing about spears is they have the highest accuracy. They do not have, they don't have good parry, in comparison to the swords, and they've got the narrowest damage range, just kind of a, I'd say an interesting way that, Trace Brothers does damage in this game, where you have, on every roll, you have your base damage and then your potential added damage. And so, because of that, and of course she's blowing through SP. Down. Let's see. Now, one-handed hammers will give you the best raw damage output. By raw, I mean without any talents. Which is usually the way I go on this build, because I go buff and curse heavy rather than active attack heavy on my level ups. Like I said, this time I am going to be banking strictly on Berserker's Rage. So I figured I should look for every possible way to get parry that I can. But if you don't have Choking Ash, spears are gonna be good, just that added accuracy. Really, anytime you don't have Choking Ash, anything you can do to boost accuracy is gonna be great. Okay, can't quite make it to where I want him to be, but that's okay. The issue I find with Ferocity is its level of randomness is just not for me. I've been a fan of Ferocity in the past because of what you get out of it for a single talent point investment. But on the other hand, when we think about how the game works, it's such a huge gamble. You're spending 16 SP, which is a lot, on a guy who does... it's a lot for a guy with the worst SP tank in the game to potentially add anywhere from 1 to 32 damage to your strike. So I think that's the big takeaway there, is you're not... You know, if you get the 32 damage and you crit, that's amazing. Like, watching a Ferocity kit, a high roll Ferocity crit is amazing. But whiffing Ferocity, or, you know, missing it straight out, or connecting but getting almost none of the bonus damage, really sucks, because of that high investment. So I haven't decided if I'm going to pick up Ferocity or not. It basically comes down to maybe. If I do pick up Ferocity, I typically only put 1 point in that. Interesting. I'd never gone that way. I started playing long before that SP drain gear was anywhere near as plentiful as it is these days. So there's that aspect. I may definitely give it a shot there. How many points do you stick in Ferocity? Just the 1, or you go crazy and go for like Ferocity 10? take a nice refreshing turbo map and see what kind of loot we got. So some good items for tuning purposes, speaking of crafting. None of those are particularly useful to my current situation. Okay, what was in the red lock chest? I will take that. Don't know if the 2% SP drain is going to be enough to give us back anything. It's a 3 AP sword, though. Not sure on that, but still, for free, I will take it. And give it a shot. Yeah, well, I prefer Natural Mastery anyways, because it boosts your melee accuracy and defense, at least up to a point. And then now it also improves your base melee damage, which is a nice bonus. Alrighty. How much gold do I have on me? Not a ton. Alright. Oh, let's go here. So before hitting any other areas, we should be able to go back to the smith, and he will be able to make better stuff. So, he doesn't get better shields, so I generally buy new shields right away if I'm using shields. Let me see what she's got compared to what I picked up. Yeah, it's better. Could use some better parry. Blade. There's a free bow waiting for us. That's going to be better than most of what can be offered here. Yep, so he's going to tell us how all of a sudden, pretty much same day after we take that back, he can make better stuff. And, okay, this is what we want for Celine. I'm not sure. I got a free broadsword, keen arming blade, costs 1 AP less. I might come back and get it. But this thing right here, the infantry mace, is amazing at this point in the game. So that just made Fiona our heavy hitter. Look at that upgrade. Base 8 damage, base 31 damage. And then going from 1 parry to 3 parry is a no-do. Next thing, let's see. I'll take a look at it first, just because. Not ready to use a 3 AP bow. They're better than what I got, but like I said, there's a free one we can get. Show me your armor. And I don't have enough money left at the moment to buy the armor I want, which is a ton of these. I want 3 of these 22 armor jerkins. I don't have enough to buy one, so let's see if there's anything I can sell off to him. Okay, I can't use weapons as tuning items, that, as far as I remember, so get rid of that, get rid of that. Do I have the 8 armor, or do I have the 6 armor? What are you wearing? He's got the 6 armor. Okay, so... Ooh. Okay, I got an interesting idea. Okay, not selling any of that stuff that I can use later for tuning. Okay, you... Let's try switching you out to that. Alright, we're ready to keep going. So, let's see. I haven't run a sacrifice cure in a long time. Heh. Yeah, I was thinking about having Berserk Rage higher by that time. I'm looking at spend against his... saying he's got Berserk Rage at 4 when he hits Act 3. I was really looking at going whole hog into that after I maxed out Phalanx Shield. Now, again, there's a whole bunch of stuff we could be doing for XP, but I like to rush over to this hall so that we can get the quest to kill the troll, because that will get us a free bow. And here come the green beetles that everybody loves. Alright. Now, nice thing about choking ash and pinning shot is it makes these things, which are normally a giant SP sink for most groups. If you have both choking ash and pinning shot, you can overcome their ridiculously high defense. Pretty easily. Okay, we got Spade Agency and Brinter talking in chat, and I still haven't figured out how to get it to overlay in my recordings how I'd like, but totally agree with Spade Agency that even if you're not going for a Berserk Rage build, that the first point is a great point when you're looking at a return on investment, or ROI, basically how much you get out of spending that point. Now, there's a fight coming up that I encourage everyone to completely cheese if they're on Ironman. It's the Nordhall ambush is stupid. At least in the opinion of someone who's, wants to play an Ironman game. This kind of thing this early in the game is just not really fair. And just look at that. Fiona is now a killing machine with that new hammer. Wow. Did you see my little trick there at the beginning of ungrouping and only sending Braze forward? And also keeping him in the middle, so whichever side gets the worst, you can gamble up or down, but I prefer to walk the middle, keep everyone but your main tank back here. And Brace, just go get him, buddy. So I heard someone get a level up. I didn't see who it was. And since we got some levels and took some hard hits, we're just gonna nope out of here. But we are going to be very careful on our walk back and stay out of the areas that we have not cleared. He's almost there. Okay. Now, what's interesting is I wanted to try out immolation. Now, give it a shot. So I'll put one into sorcery, one into immolation, and we'll see if I hate myself for not doing this. But try to give him a bit of boom. And yes, I'm not going to pinning shot 5 first. I'm going to grab Dance of Shadows so that she also gets +1 move point. Alright, well, maybe I'll go that way then and clear it out. Let's see if maybe I'll get lucky on some of the chests and get the armor I want. Who knows? Alright, burn baby burn. It's a disco inferno. Not really, but I can pretend. Yeah, this is gonna suck. As soon as I move into that, he won't have enough AP left because of the 3 AP blade. Well, I do know the fights that are left on this map are all trash fights, so there's that. I was just trying to go for the goodies that I know are guaranteed. 'Cause there's also the Amulet of Awesomeness on the other side. But there's all the goddamn beetles on that side. So I'd rather get the free bow that has 5 accuracy on it first. Yeah, 3 AP weapons can be difficult to time right. But a slow big weapon is going to be more efficient against high resistance enemies than a fast weapon. Okay, and that's a moonstone. Don't see any bloodstones over here. I do wish they made more of these holes interactable, or like maybe have each one of these holes that show up in this map be an ambush. Well, that's an easy way to take care of a problem. Just crit it. %80 crit damage increase. That's insane. Go ahead and have Briz do some scouting with his face. Not enough SP to cast all buffs. Alright. Well, I did get 2 more levels, so I might as well walk all the way back rather than using the shorter camp. Yeah, great. Plus movement points on any gear is nice. Yeah, let's see. Ferocity, which we were talking about before. Ah, I see they added crit damage to it as plus crit damage as well. That will actually that will go really well with my plan for using Berserk Rage. Oh, he's gonna be going nuts with crits later. But, okay, yeah, Consecrated Defense too is what I want. Okay. Okay. get one side of the map clear. I guess go around and clear the other side. We see an archer right off the bat. Lots of archers, okay. I gave Ray's Phalanx a shield. So, at the moment, you know, it is admittedly boring to invest into. And after the first point, you don't see super fast returns, but we want to get it up to the point where we're seeing that where we're seeing that 51% auto block. As with that, and I think the mirror shield, you can get them up to 60% auto block, ranged auto block, so getting above 50% against all ranged attacks is very nice. Well, with the auto-dodging spells, it's just, some of those spells later, like the Wolfkin Shaman, are just nasty. Ooh, Bloodstone. Not gonna use it yet, but nice to have. Bah! Splat. Well, it wouldn't surprise me if that was the only bloodstone. They're usually in loot you pick up in boss areas after you get rid of the boss. So that was more like just a nice little freebie. No kill like overkill. Just make sure we auto walk through all the little black spots. Make sure there isn't anything I don't remember waiting to bite me. I think I've got this map fairly well memorized, but I also know, however, one of the quickest ends to an Ironman run is overconfidence. Noticed even though I picked up immolation, I'm not using it a lot yet. Still spending most of my time getting ash on. Might be more useful later, I suppose. And again, not enough SP for all our buffs. It's one of the reasons I end up raising int for a while. Okay, so that way leads to the other farm hall we have to secure. something over here. Ah, interesting. I ended up on top of them. Okay, save through that. Line. Well, to tell you the truth, I was thinking more just choking ash and immolation, and possibly skipping meteoric shockwave altogether. Great, I triggered something. Okay. But second bloodstone on the map. What do you know? Or the game still thinks I'm in combat as far as the music goes. That's a little strange. Let me see if it'll let me camp. Yeah, it still let me camp. Hey. Heck yeah. Alright. Yeah, I figured it's hard for me to choose still exactly, starting all the way from the beginning, when to level exactly what. Like, there are some big fights here. Okay. Oh, ticked something off. Let's see. Spiders. Miss. Don't like these spiders. Oh, that's right. This is the odd way to trigger this fight. Alright. We can still make this work. Normally, I think the game intends you to come around here. I think there's actually another fight that triggers here beforehand. And then come up. There's a river crossing here you can use to choke point the enemies. We're not going to have that luxury. Keep backing up. Not enough of them are close yet. Alright, there we go. Get some nice groups. You always trigger the fight from this thing? Are you saying you always trigger the fight from here or from the river crossing side? Ah, I miscalculated that. Oh, spam time. Gotta improve his casting ability. It should have hit him too. And there we auto block a spell. Come on. Want these archers. Okay. Alright, now we're getting ready to melee. I'm mad through a point in knowledge. Hoo-hoo. When the shaman hits, he hits. Ow. an archer over here somewhere I can't see. So pull back a bit. Punk. Yeah, the Spec Against it said, dang, 120 crit, nice Fiona cracking skulls. Yeah, the infantry mace is really, really good at this point in the game. That's why it's very tempting to stick it on Braze too and have them both use it. But I gotta remember, I have a plan and a reason why I'm using the swords, so... Yeah, if I get lucky. Still, it's a really low chance. She didn't need to crit to get that kill. Yeah, so the way I think you're intended to trigger this fight is from over here. But apparently today we're doing things backwards. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I'll take any crit I can get. I wonder if he can hit the shaman. Oh, you're telling me that's a line of sight block? Fine. Okay, Braze, go in there and just beat him up. Whack. Whack. Ah, this feels like such a waste. But... here come the giant rats. And we just need to get a bit further back so we're not dealing with their ranged support. Line of sight blocked. Okay, well, oh well. Alright, let's give it a roll. Alright, nice emo hit on both of those. Interesting. Did not block line of sight for the AoE pattern. Alright. 3 with no crits. Let's take a look. No crit, but hey. Okay, so this gives... how much does this give? I'm at 7% critical with frenzy blows right now. Of course, I try to use the thing that's meant to crit, and it's not a crit. Oh well. It's time to round. Did I hear that? Lights up bloodstone. Yeah, I'm curious as to why we can hear treasure chests and bloodstones and moonstones. See, did you hear that?
They fall from the ceiling.
And before someone says something sensible like old game limitation, shut up. Okay. Woo, we saved this other area. And so they're attached to Oskahold. Yes. Yeah. The farmers out from the central hold or whatever. A very spread out agricultural town, I guess. Oh, no one to talk to there. This is just a lore bit. Basically, they store a lot of food here. Gonna go over here and camp. Maybe they're all very well behaved mimics. Let's see, what kind of bows does he sell for sale? Eh. Again, all better than what I'm rocking, but if we do his quest, we will get one for free.
I don't get it. No. I'm happily reading. I'm okay. Upwards.
Yep, I'm gonna rebuff now, but thank you for the reminder against you. I didn't, your buffs get knocked off during conversation. They count as turns for some reason as well. Yeah, definitely don't lose the Ironman. Don't want to do that, especially not live. So the wolves are the first time we start seeing some better AI routines. So I'm actually just gonna back off. Yeah, losing because you let your own buffs go down or didn't rebuff Spade against you is a horrible way to go. Well, better the kill that you can get, even if it's massive overkill. Nice. I know they went back in and put in more bloodstones than used to be, than when it was first done. Don't know how many though. Gotta search every little nook and cranny. Giant black spiders that are green. Yeah, I think 3 AP will work better once I get more bursts. Like, I think 3 AP works much better once you have at least plus 2 or 3 MP. Wow, 36 in Act 1 before the Baron? Alright. Definitely gotta keep my eyes open. These are the spawnling rats. Okay. Yeah, I may have to break down and buy that 2 AP sword. So many of these damn things. Only knocking out one on turn 1. Yeah, it's just that I looted it for free. I mean, it's hard to argue with the price of free. Especially when it's a lot better than what you had. Still not seeing as much blocking as I'd like from Fiona here. That's with Consecrated Defense up. Do I just need more Consecrated Defense or more Curteus? More everything really, but she is just not giving me the results I want right now. Man. Look at her health. Damn. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go camp to get our health back. No, that's right. I have to tell him each time I want to go back. And then stone. trying to remember. I know one of these ways leads to the troll and one doesn't. Troll is up left. Okay, so I'm going right way than I want for now. As you had mentioned before, yeah, I think there's a chest over this way. I know a wolf can come out of there, so block that off. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, let's see, what is her total parry right now? She's got a bonus at 8. Or, oh, she's got 8 parry basically. We've got 10. Trying to figure out what I need to get Fiona up to get me similar results to Briz. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, it's definitely an upgrade over what he's got, and that's nice. Okay, so we actually got an offensive stick. Is it?
Cold legs.
Another nice little bloodstone. And Spade against his jealous of my luck on loot. Yeah. This has admittedly gotten some good drops. Watching to try and get a feel for how well it's blocking or not blocking things. Down she goes. That should be it for that group. No gear, but I will always gladly take the spirit essences. I remember there being something... Oh, here's the troll. I thought there was another thing up here. Oh well. Alright, let's find the troll. That way. Okay, troll is hiding. Proceed to tank with raised face. Oh, I don't know where the troll's hiding, so... There's the troll. Let's get a good look at that ugly looking thing. Not unexpected, but we still got Fiona being strong here with solid hits. There we go. There we go. Oopsie. They're gonna want my plan for kind of spreading out the kill experience. She just got the level up ahead of everyone else. Oh well. It is her bow, so I guess she should do a fair share of the work in getting it. Okay, so go over this way. Huh, is this that? Oh, that goes all, that's the area I was thinking of. That goes all the way around. Okay. Okay, it's just a lot of archers. Can get them to come a bit closer. Not in the perfect grouping.
Oh. No super loot on that chest. Good stuff, since I've been being lazy and using some potions here just to keep the fight going and not wanting to go all the way out of this map, camp, and have to talk to the kid again. I think there's one more fight left on this map. Is that right? Yeah. It's hilarious as it says that that's safe. That's something if they include in the, they being the Trace Brothers, in their follow-up, they've got planned Legends of Steel. I really want the safe versus not safe to work on this skill. Yeah, it says danger detected like there, but it's gonna trigger up here. Don't get me wrong. Love the Trace Brothers, love their dedication to their community and their games. Even though I criticize them. Criticize them because I love them. We got a mass spawn here. If I can just get out of range, man.
Really? They aren't... Can I make it to there? I can. I don't know if they're just confused by me blocking off the pathing or if they're refusing to break rank. Actually gaining some more intelligent tactics. Just keep going and going and going, as long as we can keep them from swarming any of the squishies. Oh. There's not enough SP for all buffs, but I know that was the last fight for this map, so not super concerned. I could have done a few things, you know, not used some potions, and instead walked out and then back in a couple times. Personal choice there. Might have been better. Who knows, maybe I'll kick myself for that later. Gold is very limited, what you get in Nightmare. So we gain 80 experience across the board, but what we were after is this. It's not quite as good as some of the other one of the other options, but it's free. It upgrades us to 5 accuracy. And if we were on a team that was using resistance stripping, it has some added ice. I'm not using resistance stripping, at least nowhere near this early in the game, so the added ice is a little pointless, but hey. And that was the troll fight. So now we're gonna make our way back to the main town where it will be safe enough to level. Interestingly enough, even though we
kicked a couple of rat armies' butts. It's not safe to level, and neither is this, even though this is supposed to be, in the lore, this is retaken now. I know it's not something to be done in this engine. I'm really hoping with Unity and Legends of Steel that if they do allow us to go back to areas, they'll update them as things go along. So say, like, we reclaim this a couple days or camp sessions go by, you come back and we'd have some guards here and, have the disarm traps just have them be regular dirt. Yeah. And back over here. And attributes. I'm actually going to bump Bray's intelligence. This has to do with how often I have to camp in between having him rebuff. So, attributes. Your suggestion knowledge. But you tend to get a toughness bonus at 4s, I think. Still gonna go Constitution on him. I will go ahead and pump up the Sorcery another talent point, though. Might regret that in the big Deathkin fight. There will be enough Ratkin to want to be able to hit all 9, but... Attributes. Very, very simple. Constitution. Skills. Hammer time. I'll go ahead and raise bows 1. Attributes. I'll go with Dex. So now the next question on this run is, do we go for the staff and the gold and the resistance ring, or do we go to for the amulet of awesomeness? Which do we do first? Now, in our primary mission from the Revi, whoever, headman, is to secure the vault and the left and right, or east and west farmhalls. Got that one, one more, we could be done with his requests. There's a side request from the shopkeeper here that sends us over here, and there's actually, there is a dungeon, I guess you could call it. It's not really, it's a side one, and you can get a very good fire resistance ring there. By doing her quest, you get 500 gold and a guaranteed staff, magical staff. And then way over here, on that same side, there is a Ratkin temple that you can thrash and get some coin from as well. Let's start with seeing what's my current. So, not using two-handed hammers, that gets sold. That gets sold. Not selling the walking staff.
see why later. And that gets sold. Let's see your new armor selection, and we can buy one of the 22 armors. And Fiona has been getting hit more than Vraze. She gets the armor upgrade first this time. The 16, I could put it on Celine, but then she'd be losing evasion. Her call. Keep it for now, decide on that later. You have Perry. Health, which is what I want. Yeah, no, I know the cohort tomb is to the west. That's actually, the silver cohort tomb is where, you get the fire resist ring. Guess I could try and make my way over there. Do you know about the fire resist ring, Brenter? So we want to go straight there. Got some spideys. It's a non-random drop. It's a hidden item. So, if we can get to it, I will show you. It's in the same... Really? It's in the same tomb you mentioned. That may be true, but I believe this is a plus 16 fire resist ring. As in 1/6. God damn it, Fiona. That was Fat Finger. Ginsu, you know the ring I'm talking about, right? The other thing to remember is the shaman in this area, their magical damage type is fire. So, if you are having trouble with the Great Shaman or running a soak-only tank, that's a nice thing to have. Yeah, originally I was thinking about doing the Amulet of Awesomeness, as I like to call it, first, but then it seems like Brenter may be unaware of this ring or may have forgotten, so... I am trying to head straight there. I don't know if it has a lot of secrets. I can think of... There's... the Silver Cohort Tomb thing, which I will have to remember to come back to before leaving Oskahold. I didn't do that last time. God, I was kicking myself for that. There is the Ratkin Temple, which you can click on to get some gold. The Muddy Cavern, which is, you get sent on a quest there. I mean, that's where the quest leads you, so I don't really think of that as a secret. Oh, that's disappointing. So, silver cohort tombs, yeah, are a secret. And there's the ring inside the tombs. I suppose the only thing that really pushes you that way is if you've been a gamer for a long time and you're like, oh, there's a thing I haven't explored yet in an RPG. Maybe I should go look. So many of these beetles here. I feel like that as seen on TV guy right now, but wait, there's more.
Okay. Any more beetles? Come to me. Okay, Brenter, I hope you are paying attention, just because I believe after these beetles, hopefully I don't trigger more beetles, we'll be showing you where the super resistance ring is. Yes, yes, finally? Jeez. Alright. Come over here. It's gonna be this crack in the wall here. So the wizard talks about getting hot and the lava's gotta be close. It's unbearable. And just get it. And now we got a ring. And let's go and check out what that ring does. Oh, they added... Oh, no, I didn't want you to do that. But it looks like they added fire damage to it. Originally it was only resist. So, but here's what was hidden in that crack. Firebrand ring. +6 fire damage and +6 fire resist. And that can be yours for easy payments, or 10 easy payments of dead slog beagles, or whatever. It's not really a plant, so the plant here is how you recognize it. It's actually in this. So they talk about a crevice in the wall, and you can see this crack. But yeah, when it comes to magic stuff, particularly this early in the game, it's a hell of a find. And then there's the tombs, of course. I'm probably gonna have to go and camp after this. Cusplat, Cusplat, and Crisplat. Fiona just doing what you do. So I'm curious, who do you put it on in the shaman fight? Do you stick it on your tank? Or do you stick it on your mage? Ah, because you're usually running Strikening, which I am not. Which who knows? Maybe that's a mistake. But wow, you're stubborn.
because I'm generally going Shield of Corteus, and Consecrated Defense. So I don't really feel like I have a place to fit in Strickening, mainly because I'd really only use it on boss fights. Whereas Torrent of Steel is so great because it has the, and you're using it as a minus AP curse, and you get the minus resistance on top. It's kind of what it feels like to me. Am I the only person here to run Fiona without using Strickening? And back we go. I really wish they'd add a camp over here. So let me go back to exploring the hidden things. There's some random mook fights that way, but potions. I'll take free potions. Moonstone. Alright, now we're gonna go desecrate some tombs. Yeah, so Strickening late Act 3? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm really debating whether or not it was a wise decision to grab Immolation so early, or if I should have just stuck with my usual take choking Ash straight to 10 strategy. Obviously, we've got accuracy issues to overcome with it. if I'd instead taken up choking Ash another level, it'd be taking off a bit more armor off of these jokers too. And she crits on the one that doesn't have immolation on it. I feel like the game's giving me a giant middle finger. Watch out for traps, kids. Yeah, but I really wanted to try to push this build in a different direction, to be a bit more aggressive rather than just the 10 choking ash, 10 pure flame, which may be a mistake. I mean, not going for the pure flame 10 is going to cost me armor and resistance. So we got some lore there. Basically, ain't nobody got time or room to bury the dead like this anymore. Yeah, but I was really hoping to combo Emo with, well, everybody else, but Berserk Rage in particular. And so, you talk to these guys, you learn a bit about each one. There's 2 of them here, and then there's another you'll find later, deeper. And this is gonna be another slogfest fight. Well, I'm talking about whatever world this is, not the US. I was just kind of making a little light of the lore there that, you know, whichever holy person you have on your team, they will tell you basically that, you know, this was the way they used to do things before the Shattering. This type of burial practice was common, but not anymore. So, my crowdsourcing team, what do you think? Do I put another point in immolation for the Great Shaman and keep trying to kind of split off to that? Or do I go back to leveling Choking Ash? And then come back to immolation sometime later. Oh, yeah, not enough 8. Spade against is voting Ash. Yeah, probably help with everyone's accuracy. I'm sorry, KJ, you're gonna have to wait to shine in the damage department. Okay. So, if you remember from paying attention, there are 3. The silver cohort. The other one is teams not here. We can find it though. I think you get 140 experience if you come back here after you kill the Great Shaman, but before you go back, before you move on to Rivenfield. And I think you either get 40 or 50 or 80 or something like that for finding the third tomb. It really isn't that hard to find if you just poke around to every corner of each map you go through. Okay, you're thinking Ash to 8. Alright. Give that a try. Yeah, increased range generally makes a big difference on pretty much all talents. Really freaking wish they would put a camp on the surface map of the West Road. I know there's a camp in the West Road, however, you have to do a fight. A big one to get to it, and that's the Muddy Cavern. I didn't know Shockwave could get a range 8. That's pretty amazing. Maybe that was a balancing thing I missed. On top of saving the city, we are clearing out all the associated roads of pests. These guys really should be paying us more. Ha 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 ha, Brenter. Yeah, Brenter is saying the surface side camp is on the other side of the bridge. Something about we'll burn that bridge when we come to it. Oh, nice. I got a spawn that actually could be kind of fun to work with. Can go down. Alright, so yeah, we are starting to fall behind the curve now. Oh, nice. Nice. And that is the reason why I want the goal for this group to be crit chasing, not going for the negative elemental resistance, but just pump those crits, baby. Yeah, I feel like they just have a bad relationship with bridges. Should probably see a therapist about it. Alright, so now that area is all clear for auto walking. That dungeon's done. And make the road safe. What do you think? KJ and Vincent's bridge demolition crew, or company. Industrial wrecking crew. There we go. And you fuckfaces can stay right locked in there. Ow. Not as bad of an ow as I feared, but go forth and murder. Eh, come back, or 2 can't hit you in the same turn. I'm curious about, the audience's tactics playing the game. Does your playstyle line up pretty much with what I'm doing? Do you do something different? As far as what you've seen, obviously, for Act 1. Obviously, playstyle gets different as we move from the Storms Beyond, when the AI gets a massive upgrade. I'm just curious. I'm always wanting to learn new ideas, new strategies. Man, Moonstone. Nothing. Alright. Moving on. Let me know if you have any suggestions for changing positioning or trolling style or anything like that. It depends. As far as guys keeping them further apart, I don't know. I like with Kajartan, I am paranoid about him getting hit, so I tend to like to keep him lagging behind as far as I can put up with him being behind when I've got him in a group. As far as the others, in this particular group, it is the goal that, Vraze will always be the tank of tanks, the tank's tank, the man's man of tanks, tanks of tanks. But basically, she becomes second tank, and then Celine becomes third tank with this group. Which can allow them to act relatively independent of each other. I don't know. I also don't group my team up super tight if I can avoid it, just due to experience with later parts of the game where the game makes you pay for doing that. I think the Baron would be the first big good example of that. Yeah, definitely, yeah, same debuff order. Huh. We have, let's see, one archer. I see two archers. Can I get a second fight trigger? Alright. That's just me messing around. No, but I can't get the rest of the archers to come out and play. Okay, so that's just the path over to the bridge. Or the was bridge. I think. So here's the shrine. Okay. Back. 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 Yeah, I switch to basic attacks sometimes to save AP. Pretty much can only do that if I have Choking Ash, I find. Just at this difficulty level. Like, I can't do it on a group if I'm using Vincent. Alright. Ah, let's go get that gold. It's the whole reason we became adventurers in the first place. $124 gold. There might be a computer joke in there. I like Sly Look for the first round of battle. And I like to use it sometimes to pre-scout out areas where I know, like, the Deathkin battle. I can scout the majority of that ahead before triggering the battle using Sly Look or Farsight. Because it shoots over walls. So, really? I'm sorry, but that should be blocked line of sight. I will... Wow. Killed him. That's glad to hear that yes, other people play like me. Leveling time. Really? You get look to rank 3? I really say it either just get it to 2 or 4. In my opinion. 'Cause 4 will make it free. As well as Gigantor. Okay. Yeah, 6 targets. Could have had it up to 8 by now. Or sorry, 5 targets. I could have had it up to 7. Okay, Choking Ash 8 makes it range 7. Okay. So, I could do that. Or I could do that. Alright. See, I really love both of those talents. But I will go with Pinning Shot 5 for now, because once I have Pinning Shot 5, I'm going to leave it there for a while. Talents. Gee, I wonder what we're going to get on Praise. It's a goddamn mystery. Okay. Although I do worry a bit here, I've been sinking stuff into Consecrated Defense instead of Shield of Cortez. See, Shield of Cortez benefits everybody. Two is really good. 3 is kind of whack, honestly. Four is good. Alright, a little torn right now on how do I level Fiona. Do I raise Consecrated Defense again? Or do I raise Shield of Cortez? You would bank talent points on her? Nah, banking talent points isn't my style. Yeah, I guess I'll go SOC. It's because I really don't like banking talent points. It's a personal weird thing, I guess. I just don't like doing it. How much gold do I have? Not enough is the answer. Okay. Back we go. I see Spade Against is very pro-banking the point there, but I'm not going to hit level 12 until basically right before the Great Shaman is usually when I hit 12. I think I've been 13 before, possibly at it once before. It's a little bit variable on So if you roll a bunch of really high encounter rolls on the table, you can end up with more experience, which influences the scoreboard. That's something I'd like to see them change on the next game. It's just me, or is the battle music a little too high? Yeah, I guess for both of them, once you sync that first level, you're going to want to sync the second one. So, actually, I think it'll be Shield of Corteus. Although from both of you, I'm curious as to how high have you personally taken her down the consecrated defense? Generally kept it at 2 in the past, and focused more on her group buffs. Kind of the whole, if I give everyone +1 parry, you know, that's generally better than giving one person +1 parry. It's always been my thought on that. But I have noticed a difference of, especially with that level 2 consecrated defense, if you can keep it up. Speaking of, I think she could use a... little top off. Interesting. You max consecrated defense. Okay. Rather... See, I tend to run both. As Braze is not the only person who I want to increase my tank stats on. But I can see Yeah, I could see that. Um, Although for me, it's later I use Celine as a switch, doing both melee and ranged. And I also level up, you little fucker. I level up QSD on her. I've never raised Zealous Strikes, to be honest. My attack for her has always been Reckoning. Yeah, 'cause I just go for Reckoning and just pump it. Pump it, pump it, pump it. It's Reckoning at level 2, you get your AoE. Which, if you've ever played her as a two-handed hammer, I've gotta say, dropping the bomb with Reckoning is funny. I still think she's much better with a one-handed hammer because of Zealous Strikes and Consecrated Defense, but having done it for kicks before. Vraze, Vincent, Fiona, and Celine. To be honest, I think that's also a group I've never tried. And the biggest general issue I have with Vraze is just that he's a very selfish character. Which is not saying he himself the character, but oh, holy shit. Let's keep that up. but just that he doesn't have any group buffs. Yeah, who knows? I might have given it a shot. Let me put it this way. I can't remember doing the VBFS group. Maybe? I mean, how are you planning to play the group? Reyes can always be super tanky on his own. He doesn't need help with that. You can give him help and make him tankier, but Fiona can be tanky. With Vincent, see with that group, my question is, where are you getting your damage? So are you going to use Vincent to lock down the field? Or are you going to be running him extra zappy with Fiona stripping resistance down for him? Oh, wrong building. Okay, guys, I'm getting kind of tired here. Been at it for let's see. Stream manager says 3 hours 24 minutes. So I think I'm gonna call it tonight, just so that I don't make a mistake with the group. I'm gonna keep broadcasting this group as I go along. I don't have a set broadcasting schedule yet,